The man who literally changed Hollywood forever, who made the greatest movie ever put on screen, turns 87 years old today. And trust me, his life story is so wild, so dramatic, so full of highs and lows, it could be its own movie. Let's talk about the legend that is Francis Ford Coppola. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Niche Celebrity News. Today is April 7th, and that means it is the birthday of one of the most iconic directors in Hollywood history. We're talking 5 Oscars, 2 Palme d'Or awards at Cannes, The Godfather, Apocalypse Now, and a man who at 87 years old is still out here making movies. Let's get into his incredible life and career. So the story of Francis Ford Coppola starts in Detroit, Michigan, on April 7, 1939. He was born into an artistic Italian-American family. His father Carmine was a composer and flautist, and many of his relatives went on to find their own success in film, including his sister Talia Shire, his daughter Sofia Coppola, and his nephews Jason Schwartzman and Nicolas Cage. Wikipedia talent literally runs in this family's DNA. But here's what most people don't know: young Francis contracted polio as a child and was bedridden for long periods. And during that time alone in bed, instead of giving up, he started making puppet shows and homemade films. Days of the year, a sick little kid in Detroit, putting on puppet shows, and that little kid would grow up to make The Godfather. You genuinely cannot write this stuff. Fast forward to the early 1970s, and Francis Ford Coppola absolutely exploded onto the Hollywood scene. In 1970, he co-wrote the screenplay for Patton, which earned him the Academy Award for Best Original Screenplay. Then in 1972, he released The Godfather, which won Best Picture, followed by The Godfather Part 2 in 1974, which also won Best Picture. This time he also took home Best Director. Wikipedia back-to-back Best Picture wins. 2 years apart. The man was unstoppable. And then in 1979, he dropped Apocalypse Now, the Vietnam War epic that won the Palme d'Or at Cannes, making him one of only 10 filmmakers in history to have won that award twice. Wikipedia 2 Cannes. 3 Oscars in under a decade. At this point, Francis Ford Coppola wasn't just a great director, he was the director. But life wasn't all awards and glory. Coppola's oldest son, Giancarlo, was tragically killed in a speedboating accident at just 22 years old. Famous birthdays. It's a loss that no amount of Oscar wins can ever fill. And it's a reminder that behind every Hollywood legend, there's a very real, very human story. And here's what makes Francis Ford Coppola so different from most Hollywood legends. At 85 years old, he decided to go all in one more time. He wrote, directed, and produced Megalopolis, a massive sci-fi epic starring Adam Driver, Aubrey Plaza, Lawrence Fishburne, and more, and he self-financed the entire thing for $120 million out of his own pocket. Wikipedia his own money. At 85. The film premiered at Cannes in 2024 but was a commercial flop, grossing just $14.3 million against its enormous budget. Wikipedia the internet was divided. The critics were divided. But you know what Francis Ford Coppola said? He didn't care. He literally went on a 6-city tour with the film and held live discussions about the future of humanity afterwards. And now? He's already in pre-production on his next movie, a musical adaptation of an Edith Wharton novel. Even after admitting he doesn't have any money left after Megalopolis. Consequence: the man lost $100 million and immediately said, "Okay, what's next?" That is a legend. Here's my birthday hot take: Francis Ford Coppola is proof that true artists never stop creating. He could have retired 40 years ago on the legacy of The Godfather alone and nobody would have said a word. Instead, at 87, he is broke, he is bold, and he is still making movies. He's been honored with the Kennedy Center Honors and the AFI Life Achievement Award. Wikipedia. But honestly, his greatest achievement is just never giving up. Happy birthday, Francis. We don't deserve you. What's your favorite Francis Ford Coppola movie? Godfather? Apocalypse Now? Drop it in the comments, I want to know. Subscribe if you're new, like this video, hit that bell, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Waving hand.